These are the words that from her shrine the Sibyl of Cumae chants, and these hard oracles come roaring from her cavern, mingling true sayings with darkness. So Apollo urges the reins as she raves on, he plies the spurs beneath her breast. But when her frenzy is done, her raging lips are hushed. Hero Aeneas begins. None of the trials you tell of, virgin, is strange or unexpected. All of these I have foreseen and journeyed in my thought. One thing I ask, since here is said to be the gateway of the lower king, and here the marsh of overflowing Acheron, may it be granted me to go before the face and presence of my dearest father. Teach me the way, open the holy doors, for through the fire 1,000 spears behind us, I carried him upon these shoulders. From the press of enemies I drew him on. He was the comrade of my journeying. With me he suffered all the seas and all the threats of sky and wave, and these beyond the power or the portion of old age, however weak he was. Indeed, he prayed and charged me to seek out and find your threshold. Kind prophetess, I plead, take pity on one who is both a father and a son. Your power touches all, and not for nothing has Hecate assigned Avernus' woods to your safe keeping. For if Orpheus could recall the spirit of his wife, relying upon his Thracian lyre's enchanting strings, if Pollux could redeem his brother by the death he alternates with him, and goes and comes time after time on this same road, I need not speak of mighty Theseus or of Hercules. I too stem from high Jove. And so Aeneas prayed, clasping the altar. The prophetess began, Born of the blood of gods and son of Troy's Anchises, easy, the way that leads into Avernus. Day and night the door of darkest Dis is open. But to recall your steps, to rise again into the upper air, that is the labor, that is the task. A few whom Jupiter has loved in kindness, or whom blazing worth has raised to heaven as God's sons, returned. Through all the central region runs a forest encircled by the black curves of Cocytus. But if your mind is moved by such a love, so great a longing, twice to swim the lake of Styx and twice to see black Tartarus, and you are pleased to try this mad attempt, then, Trojan, hear what you must first accomplish. A bough is hidden in a shady tree. Its leaves and pliant stem are golden, set aside as sacred to Proserpina. The grove serves as its screen, and shades enclose the bough in darkened valleys. Only he may pass beneath earth's secret spaces, who first plucks the golden leaved fruit of that tree. Lovely Proserpina ordained that this be offered her as gift. And when the first bough is torn off, a second grows again, with leaves of gold, again of that same metal. So let your eyes search overhead, and when the bough is found, then pluck it down by hand as due. For if the fates have summoned you, the bough will break off freely, easily. But otherwise, no power can overcome it. Hard iron cannot help to tear it off. And more, the lifeless body of your friend now lies, but you have still to learn of this, defiling all your fleet with death, while you still ask your destiny and linger at our threshold. First, you are to carry him to his own place of rest and burial, and bring black cattle as peace offering. And so, at last, your eyes shall see the groves of Styx, the lands the living never pass. She spoke, and then was silent, her lips closed. Aeneas, sad and staring, takes his way. He leaves the cavern, thinking on the strange events, and at his side the same concerns disturb the true Achates as he goes. Their talk is long and varied as they walk. Of what dead comrade did the priestess speak? What body did she mean for them to bury? But when they reach the shore again, they see Maecenas on the dry beach, beaten by a death he did not merit. Maecenas, son of Aeolus, a man no one surpassed in walking warriors with his trumpet blast, in kindling with his clang the god of war. For he had been a comrade of great Hector, and famous for his clarion and spear. With Hector he had hurried into battle. But when Achilles, victor, stripped his leader of life, Maecenas joined himself to Dardan Aeneas, following no lesser banner. And then he fell to madness, happening to make the waves ring with his hollow shell, blaring, he challenges the gods to contest. And jealous Triton, if the tale can be believed, snatched up Maecenas, dashing him in foaming shoals and breakers. Now, around him, all mourned aloud, especially the pious Aeneas. Then they rushed to carry out, in tears, the Sibyl's orders. Strive to heap an altar for his tomb, to build it high to heaven, searching through the ancient forests, deep dens of animals. The pitch pines fall, the ilex rings beneath axe strokes. Their wedges now cleave the trunks of ash and splintering oaks. They roll the giant rowans down the mountain.